Boom! Welcome back, Cryptonauts, to another episode of Cryptocurrency Chat. I'm the host today, Jake Jabarelli, with my co-host, Blockchain John, although he is the owner, starter, founder.
What's up?
How goes it, John?
What's up?
That's it? You're just going to say what's up? You're going to tell me about your day?
I said, what's up? Well, let's see. What's today? Today, all the days are mentioned together, right?
It's Wednesday.
So,
it's the middle of the week. It's hump day. Come on. What you been humping?
What's interesting is that was it last Friday or 4th of July? Yeah, actually, it was 4th of July. My apologies. 4th of July, I met up with a DJ, just a random DJ. He decided to set up at the park, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got him set up. I had him set up a trust wallet with crypto. Because I said, hey, dude, I'm trying to help you out. We're gonna get you some spots out there because he's a new upcoming. He's an aspiring DJ trying to get his name out there. He does really good music, so I'm gonna try to get him hooked up with a couple of little cafe shops locally around here. And hey, crypto tips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even have him come on here, just do some beats for us, right? And I don't know, what do you guys think? I think that's pretty cool.
We replaced Punjete. I mean, we haven't had a DJ in a while.
Yeah, dude, we gotta bring back the party.
Yeah, Friday night parties. If he'd be willing to do it, we can pay him in NFTs.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. What's up with you?
Well, I had a job interview that I think I bombed today, but I thought about this. I went on TikTok earlier with my personal account. Basically said TikTok, hey, you guys working in the job you hate? Because I feel like I was for a long time. I feel like most of my career has been jobs I'm not particularly fond of. I would love to work for me. But then the question was more from the standpoint of, if money was no object, what would you do? And I think I'd be doing this, doing podcasts and doing crypto if money were no object. Of course, some of crypto is about money, so it would be nice if it were objectless.
Money.
Anyways, to get on to our intro, I appreciate that everyone's watching. We talk about our CoinTree list. You guys can donate to that list, but you can also check out our social media and, of course, where everything is that we produce on YouTube and on Anchor and, of course, on Odyssey, which is blockchain-based. That's library, lbry.tv, but they don't actually have that domain anymore. They're using it purely as Odyssey because it's kind of like YouTube, but blockchain. And, of course, one of the coolest things, if you don't already know about Odyssey, is that Odyssey, you won't have content taken down. That was actually the reason I joined it in the first place, because I had people harassing me on YouTube. Went to Odyssey. They can't take your content down because it's blockchain-based, not owned by anybody. It's decentralized. So check out our CoinTree and all the things that we can get on there. And then, of course, check out our t-shirt shop at shop.jaberley.com/C3media. You can check out the 2 t-shirts we have on there right now, which include the Diamond Hand shirt and the Stack Sats and HODL shirt. Both of those are $25. Although didn't we talk about accepting other forms of payment? I don't know if we have or not, but I think we'd be open to it. So if you guys want to buy something in like Raven, I think we'd be cool with that. Anywho, to get on to the things we typically have at the top of the show, we have the job of the day, which is a job from a company in Frankfurt, Germany. That job is Acria Network, ACRIA Network. And the job is a very interesting job that I found. I thought, growth hacker. What is a growth hacker? That sounds like 2 contradictory terms. Are you a growth hacker looking to make a mark in one of the hottest crypto projects of the century? I'm glad that they're that impressed with themselves. Do you like to speak about metaverses, CryptoPunks, play-to-earn gaming, DeFi, and ways to growth hack projects to the moon with 3 O's? We're looking for a growth hacker with great problem-solving skills. You'll be working closely with our team of experts to build viral campaigns, come up with new strategies, and to growth hack communities. It doesn't sound like it's a job that has a lot of skill necessities, although it does say that you should have knowledge of WebHarvey, Octoparse, ParseHub, and other similar tools, as well as knowledge of email, LinkedIn, Reddit, automation, PPC, crypto-related, etc. The list of things to do are pretty slim, but this is a job in Frankfurt, Germany. So if you're not living in Germany, I don't know, maybe it's a remote job? Probably is. It's crypto, right? And on to the quote of the day in our Discord, which we highly recommend that you guys check out and come and join us on. Remember, Blockchain John and I are not the only ones here. There are plenty of other people participating on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah. If you go to our C3 economy, you can see everybody that's battling it out for some coins and be one of the top richest people
Yeah.
in our server.
I just bought an NFT from the shop there. So if you guys are trying to get up your C3 Media coin, you're gonna beat me because I keep buying stuff. What's the quote of the day, John?
Quote of the day is, if crypto succeeds, it's not because it empowers better people. It's because it empowers better institutions. This one's said by the creator of Ethereum, by Vitalik Buterin.
And with that, we're moving on to the news. You want to start us out with some Doge Elon Musk news there, John? Or you want me to hit it?
Sure, I'll hit it. Yeah, so this one's over at on decrypt.co, written by Andrei Begansky. Elon Musk's Boring Company will accept Dogecoin for Las Vegas loop. The Boring Company opened a transit station in Las Vegas on Friday and announced Dogecoin as a new payment method for using Vegas loop system, according to reporting from CNN Business. Boring Company founder and Tesla CEO Elon Musk said in a tweet that he's supporting Doge wherever possible. In response to CNN Business's story being shared on Twitter, all but confirming the new use case for Dogecoin, the 10th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, according to CoinMarketCap. The Las Vegas Convention Center Loop has 3 different stations at exhibition halls within the Las Vegas Convention Center and will one day provide an underground connection to Resorts World Las Vegas. Based on the destination, travel times used in the tunnel systems vary between 1 and 4 minutes. Wow. That's pretty cool. It
It's hella quick.
consists of 1.7 miles. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's hella quick. It's good to see. It's kind of place that I don't really expect to see traffic in Vegas, but I don't live there, so I don't know. Maybe someone who lives there can tell us how bad the traffic is. But I always thought traffic was bad in other cities, not Vegas.
And it's bad here, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, South Bay is horrific. I don't live there anymore. Maybe you know why now.
So I want to skip on down here. It says Musk has championed Dogecoin for years through spats with the coin's co-founder and an appearance on SNL that saw an asset's price plummet following the episode's debut. Last month, the billionaire said he will keep supporting Dogecoin on Twitter. When a user replied in a statement saying Musk should keep buying Dogecoin, he responded, "I am." And we'll leave it at that.
All right, continuing on with the terrible news that's coming out. This is actually not horrifically bad news. CRYPTOPOTATO here from China Kadeka. Celsius Network repays another $34 million in Bitcoin. Liquidation price falls below $3,000. Celsius Network has repaid yet another $34.43 million of its debt to MakerDAO as the former blue chip company tries to avert a total collapse. This marks the second such repayment in less than 24 hours. Vault 25977, reportedly owned by Celsius, shows a series of payments starting June 14th. Its liquidation has dropped to 2,722 earlier this week. The liquidation price stood at 8,838.57 when Celsius paid off a rough $50 million Bitcoin loan. Currently, the crypto lender has 21,962 wrapped Bitcoin as collateral and 41.2 million DAI debt positions. CryptoPotato recently reported that the crypto lender had repaid $120 million to Maker. The largest payment of $64 million was made July 4th, during which liquidation plunged to a little bit under $5,000. Additionally, the firm also paid a total of $67 million in debt to Aave and Compound in July 2nd. So it sounds like in general they're trying to pay off their debts. It's good to know that they even have money to pay off debts. But it would be also nice if they would just please stop letting... I get why they stopped it, because they don't want people to take all their money before they can pay things off. But
It's going to happen regardless, right?
But
I suspect like once they open up withdrawals, there's still going to be a run no matter what. No matter what happens, the collateral impact is the moment they open up withdrawals, everybody's just going to take their funds out and just abandon it. So it's one of those things that let's see how much money they have in reserves just to hold up their company, knowing that everyone's going to withdraw and just wait for things to stable out. So for sure, my prediction on this, obviously not financial advice, is that the Cell token is going to crash even more because of that particular impact of what's going on with the
I bet everybody's
Can,
paying
can you
attention.
call it an exchange? Can you call it an exchange? What do they call it? It's not really an exchange. It's like
No,
like
they're
a
because they weren't really an exchange in the first place. They were more just a place to borrow money against collateral. So right, because that was what they were always telling people to do. That's how they were making their money, was making loans to people off of stuff that people were holding in escrow with them. So
yeah.
yeah, the Bleecker company, I'm going to make this last comment here, received a rescue offer from its rival Nexo, as well as FTX also offered to bail them out, allegedly detecting a $2 billion hole in Celsius finances. Sounds like, actually, that sounds worse than the other people we're going to talk about shortly here. Let's get to the next news, because there's more bad news to
Sure.
come.
This is going back to Decrypt.co, written by Stacy Elliott. Stan Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research owes bankrupt Voyager $377 million. That's
Yep.
right. It's not often a borrower bails out as a lender, especially when it's to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. Alameda Research, the firm founded by crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried, that last month extended a $500 million line of credit to crypto broker Voyager Digital. Itself owes the company $377 million, according to Voyager's Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. It's an unexpected revelation that comes to light by way of bankruptcy that seemed like a foregone conclusion since Voyager disclosed that hedge funds, 3 Arrows Capital, owes it more than $600 million. A table on page 13 of the bankruptcy filing, which was submitted in a New York district court today, shows that Alameda Research owes Voyager $377 million at an interest rate of 1% to 5%. The outstanding balance that includes a $75 million unsecured loan, according to a list, uh, according to a list Voyager's largest unsecured claims on page 119 of the filing. Alameda Research did not immediately respond to a request for comment from Decrypt. Alameda's debt makes it Voyager's second largest borrower after the insolvent 3 Arrows Capital, which also goes by 3AC. When the extent of 3AC's trouble became clear, largely because of a $200 million it lost in the Terra collapse in May, its lenders began to realize the huge 3AC loan on their books were about to go into default. Once 3AC was no longer able to make payments, Voyager issued a default notice last Monday. Then on Wednesday last week, a British Virgin Island court ordered 3AC to liquidate. That means 3AC must cease all operations and allow the court to oversee the selling of its assets to offset what it owes creditors, including Voyager Digital. Wow. It's worth pointing out that Sam Bankman-Fried, founder and CEO of cryptocurrency exchange FTX, has a vested interest in seeing Voyager made whole. At one point, Alameda and its venture arm, Alameda Ventures, were the single largest Voyager shareholders with 11.6% of all outstanding shares, according to a June 17th press release. At the time, Voyager stock VYGVF was trading at just over $1. A week later, on June 23rd, Alameda announced in a press release that it had surrendered or returned in exchange for no money 4.5 million of its shares. That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
Those shares were worth $2.6 million at the time, and VYGVF was trading at 56 cents per share. Alameda's share surrender brought its stake in the company to 9.49%, just below the 10% threshold that would have made it an insider in the eyes of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. This is the same SEC rule that requires Tesla CEO Elon Musk to disclose his stake in Twitter in April ahead of making an acquisition offer. On Wednesday afternoon, after the Toronto Stock Exchange suspended trading of Voyager Digital stock, it ended the day trading at 27 cents.
Wah,
Wow, what a
wah.
freaking yeah, hurricane, man. That's a disaster in itself. I didn't realize that, dude. I thought this guy had money.
Yeah. Well,
Apparently not. It's
remember how
all
much
just
money they
FUD.
spent
It's
on
just
what was it for crypto.com spent on that on the was it the Laker Stadium? But I know FTX spent
I
money on
think it was
putting their names on the is it the Miami Dolphins Stadium in Miami, Florida. So,
Man,
the Miami, Florida stadium, I've seen it in the background of other people's YouTube videos. It actually says FTX on it. I was like, oh, it's FTX Stadium. So, did they just pay all that money and not actually have it?
Apparently.
But I mean, this is a huge blow. I mean, I guess I want to put a little bit of content to this point. When we see the traditional stock market collapse, it only drops like they all start freaking out if it's like 10% or 12%. They're like, oh, the world is coming to an end. It dropped 12%. Bitcoin drops 80%, and people are like, yeah, it's a Tuesday. Yep. I guess it's a Wednesday, but
is it Tuesday? Right. That's true. That's true. That's funny because I was having that conversation yesterday with a coworker of mine. He goes, "Hey man, you need to get into gold. Buy gold." I was like, "Nah, bro. I don't touch gold. I don't touch any kind of metals like that. I'm all about crypto. This is what I do. I've always done that for years." Yeah. Gold used to be a thing that I touched early on. That was my first things that I tinkered with. But right now, nope, forget it. I don't touch that. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's continue on.
And back to potato with Dimitar Zanzarov. After suspending withdrawals, Voyager Digital files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. You probably noticed we're going backwards in time here because this already happened if you're paying attention to the news at all. The cryptocurrency brokerage firm Voyager Digital Limited and its two subsidiaries, basically having similar names, LLC and Holdings, filed for Chapter 11, Southern District of New York. The step comes a few days after the company halted trading, deposits, and withdrawals on its platforms. Voyager Digital becomes the latest crypto lender to file for bankruptcy, according to the petition from the firm, seeks to create a financial plan that can solve its problems with debt and creditors and enable it to restructure its operations. It's kind of what Chapter 11 does. It doesn't let you get out of everything. It just says restructure. Stephen Ehrlich, CEO of Voyager Digital, argued that Chapter 11 bankruptcy aims to grant users additional protection and secure their assets. So, if they had preferred stock, those people are getting out first. In addition, the executive raised hopes that the endeavor will provide Voyager with the necessary and efficient and equitable mechanism to cope with the challenges. He also informed the clients that with cryptocurrencies in their accounts will receive an exchange a combination of crypto, common shares of the newly reorganized company, Voyager tokens, and the proceeds for the Three Arrows capital recovery. Last week, the firm suspended transactions, withdrawals, loyalty rewards on its platform, citing the current adverse market conditions. As in, you guys were betting too big on something that was stupidly volatile like Bitcoin. So, I don't know. How do I put it exactly? I don't own Bitcoin or any significant amount of it. And so when people are like, oh, well, I invested my entire life savings in Bitcoin, and then it goes through the floor, and it's like, why? Why? You don't bet more than you can afford to lose. And that's what these guys did. They all bet more than they could afford to lose. They're like, oh, Bitcoin's going to go up to 180,000, or it's going to go up to 500 million. Just listen to the Winklevoss twins. They know what they're talking about. You know how the Winklevoss twins got their money? They sued Facebook. So...
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind that there was a lot of stupid money circulating in the economy, and a lot of that did go to people that were in the crypto space, right? There was a lot of stimulus money printed out.
No, a whole lot. We went $3 trillion. $3 trillion went into it. So
all that got circulated. Some of it did actually come into the crypto space. I would say a lot of it. But that's straight up underscore bold letters. It's called stupid money because literally these people were throwing things at the most stupidest NFTs out there, the stupidest project out there. Like these don't mean anything. They don't have any project. Just people are trying to just flip these things out. It's stupid money. Just want to see if it does anything. What if I slap this cash over here on this wall over here? Is it going to do anything? No, it didn't do anything. Let's try this part of the wall over here. It's like, oh, jeez. Yeah.
I do feel bad, a little bit bad.
And now everyone's...
Yeah, I do feel a little bad for people who spent millions on Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. That the value of so many of the baseline. I read another article recently that said the baseline of all projects on OpenSea was at one point about $2,000 per NFT just as a default, and it dropped down to $400 recently. That sucks. It really sucks. It's a 5x drop. Yeah. So.
Dude, imagine that. That would hurt, especially if you put your whole life savings in there. That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, if you put $5,000 or $10,000, I'm not saying it's your life savings, but I mean, if you put $10,000 and you only have $20,000, it goes half of everything you own.
Oh man, Jesus.
So
All right, the next news. Going back to Decrypt.co, this one's written by two people, Sandra Lutz and Andrew Asmukov. Bitstamp scrapes plans after inactive fees after users revolt. The proposed €10 monthly fee on non-US customers was not well received. Bitstamp last week made what the company called a quote-unquote hard decision to levy a monthly fee on inactive users with smaller balances. Now it's walking things back. The Luxembourg-based crypto exchange today announced that after a widespread backlash, it's scrapping the idea. Quote, "We've heard the responses from our customers," Bitstamp CEO JB Grafiux said
Graphano.
today in a statement
Graphano.
to, what is it?
Graphano.
Graphano?
Graphano.
Graphano,
Grapho.
yes, got it.
Graphio. Graphito. Grapho. I don't know. It looks like that because it's a French word, and so
Grafiux.
it's graftio.
Graphio.
Graftio.
Graftio said today in a statement to Decrypt, quote, "We have taken everyone's concern on board and have decided to cancel the inactivity fee." I guess that's my French. The plan was to charge non-US customers who had balances of less than €200 and €10 monthly fee if 12 months elapsed where they hadn't staked any assets or made any trades, deposits, or withdrawals. The fee would have gone into effect August 1st. Bitstamp users were not pleased. Here's a tweet from Crypto Bitlord. "This is so disappointing, Bitstamp. It's actually pathetic. You're charging the lowest holders approximately 5% of their account balances, so they are forced to trade or stake with you? How is this even legal?"
Exactly. They're like, well, we can't just have people on our platform not doing anything.
Right. Bitstamp's reversal doesn't change the underlying market conditions that pushed it into consider the fee. The company announced the fee last week amid a steep decline in trading volumes at major exchanges and one of the worst sell-offs in the history of the broader crypto market. In the last 2 months, Bitstamp has seen a 47% decrease in daily trading volume, according to data from CoinGecko. At the time of the announcement, the company insisted in a blog post that while nobody loves fees, in order for us to continue providing great services to all of our customers, we made the hard decision to implement the inactivity fee. That's a horrible way to go. Just straight up, that's horrible.
Like,
Who up there in management or in marketing thought this was, yeah, let's just go ahead and charge people that are inactive and just have a small fee. Maybe they're trying to mine and takes them a few months to mine. You know, let's just charge. That's stupid.
I will. How do I put it exactly? It is a business, and so being a person who owns a business, technically this podcast is a business. We know exactly how much it sucks to have to support a business that isn't making money. But
sure.
I mean, you can't. One way
on the back end, you can't tell me that on the back end, because keep in mind that since they're holding these coins, right? The exchange, all these centralized exchanges hold these coins. They're just not squatting on them. Okay, maybe they're squatting on some in cold wallets, right? Hopefully a huge percentage of it, and then a percentage in hot wallets, and a percentage that's going out in obviously investing and trading and earning a higher interest return back on it. I'm hoping. Right.
I think we talked. You and I didn't talk about this, but the one thing that Crypto doesn't really seem to have the ability of, or at least it doesn't offer, is the sweep account concept. And I don't want to go into gross detail about it, but I basically want to get that businesses that are dealing in regular fiat all over the world, it doesn't just happen in the United States, will, whatever their bank is, will say, hey, overnight we'll sweep all of your accounts into one, not physically, but technically, and then we'll loan that money out, which they're not really doing, overnight, and then we'll make a tiny little percentage of money on it. So you actually get something, the bank itself gets some money out of it. But they have to get authorization. I think, why don't they just do that? They have all this crypto thing in all these different accounts. Just loan against it. Make some interest in the meantime when people aren't using it. So maybe it's just not possible to do with crypto. I don't really know how the back end would work for how they're dealing with it. But you'd think that wouldn't just be trading. So I mean, I do realize BitMEX did this when I was using BitMEX a long time ago before it was quote unquote illegal. they said they would say things like, well, when you trade, that's where we make our money. It's like, well, if you have a bunch of people who aren't making any trades, you're not making any money. Like, okay, well, then the way that Hotbit does it is they make it very expensive to leave, and so you want to keep trading because you can't go anywhere without like you can deposit, but you can't take anything out. So a lot of people will abandon their accounts, and after a certain period of time, they just keep the money. So there are other ways of doing it. You don't have to just grind people into the ground by forcing them to pay a €10 fee. So,
Yeah.
all right. Anyways, that's our last article of the day from crypto, or rather, again from CryptoPotato, from a recognized and commonly expert author, Jay Swang. Crypto.com CEO denies imposing withdrawal restrictions, which we were just talking about. I was trying to allude to it. With the recent rise of crypto trading firms suspending essential services due to liquidity-related issues, speculations on the next victim of the ongoing market crash have also gone rampant in the community of Crypto.com. CEO Chris Marszalek took to the latest rumors against his exchange to Twitter, clarifying that it did not implement withdrawal restrictions nor run additional promotional programs about deposits. We're not trying to screw you guys here. We're just trying to get our money. Oh, wait. In response to the rumors, the Singapore-based exchange had changed its withdrawal policy and introduced, quote, special deposit promotions, end quote. The CEO labeled both claims as fear, unrest, doubt being manufactured as a false clickbait, as in people rumor milling for news sake. He argued that the company is in a good place, not the show called The Good Place, claiming that it may have been one of the top 3 crypto exchanges of the world this year. It might be. It just might be. And here's a tweet from him. In that same thread, Marszalek revealed that the company has chosen to optimize unit economics. What does that mean again? Amid market downturns, following the massive scaling last year, the exchange can now handle the significant drop in revenue and trading activity since the low point today, according to the CEO, is equivalent to the record-breaking revenue achieved in early 2021. Marszalek's so-called practice of optimizing units may have referred to his earlier announcement of cutting 5% of the workforce, approximately 260 employees, a typical measure taken from struggling firms to cut expenses. Because, hey, your workforce is your biggest expense. It's also the thing that makes you money. So I still don't understand why companies do that. Meanwhile, the most altcoin in the bear market, Kronos, or the CRO, the exchange's native token, is down 80% year to date. Sorry, crypto, sorry. The Polish entrepreneur viewed the bear market as a cleanup of the industry to get rid of those failing companies and make the whole space emerge stronger again.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, like I said, you want to read that last quote there?
No, that's fine. You can. Oh, you want me to read it up? So
Okay.
The industry would be better after subscale companies with broken business models are out, like Celsius. No.
So, like I was saying, there's going to be a lot of companies, a lot of powerful companies out there buying up other companies, absorbing them, should I say.
Right.
And that's my fear, is that I don't want to see just a handful of centralized companies out there dominating the market. I want to see an industry where, there's going to be a flourishing amount of other exchanges out there, whether they be, I'm not saying that we should always have centralized, there should always be decentralized there as well, or hybrid between the both. If you want to ramp through centralized, but then easily off ramp into DeFi. That would be pretty cool if there'd be an exchange out there to do that. Yeah.
Yep. So with that, thank you all for watching our half-hour show. We're really close to a half hour right now.
Let me shout out real quick. I need to shout out to our Twitch viewers. We actually got 2 Twitch viewers, actually 3 of them, but only 2 of them commented. We got Neurontis, and Polite Chow 87. Thank you for hanging out, watching with us, and just having a good time, man. You guys are a bunch of people to hang out with.
Yeah. So thanks all for coming by. Check out our t-shirt shop, which will, as I said before, be getting more things added to it shortly. I wish I could be more clear about that, but it is a part-time job after all. Cointree, we appreciate donations if you can, and check us out on Odyssey when you can. And as we always say, at the end of the show,
Let's go! Oh, that's not what I would say. Sorry.
stack sats and hodl.
And
Adios.
adios.